everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Speakeasy Podcast. My name is Alan, otherwise known as Hisui, and I'm from reversetees.com as well as the Speakeasy Podcast. And this time I'm looking at UQ holder number 17, otherwise known as the Assassin Strike. And so we know that these three warriors are coming after the UQ holder team, and we start off with some of the mooks from UQ Holder talking about what's going on. Obviously, not shying away from these guys are pretty much Yakuza. And though while they're helping out this orphanage, they have not wholly, benevolent reasons for doing this. They kind of want to move in this territory that's near the capital, but pretty sleazy and does not have a lot of underworld connections, and kind of be the go-to guys for your nefarious activities. So UQ holder, not necessarily the greatest humanitarians. They might do good things, but they are not beholden to only do good things. And we see Toda still doing his, barefoot training, doing everything with his hands, still hanging out with the kids, still being a goof. And once they go, basically these little gremlin kids who were kind of disturbing pop out of nowhere and totally murder these two immortals. I think they're murdered. We might find out that they're okay, but these guys do specialize in killing immortals. So I think Flunky A and Flunky B have been written out of this story, but they're kind of glasses wearing Yakuza guys. I don't think you were like, Flunky B, no. I think it's just to show these guys mean business. I mean, that's kind of the purpose of, mooks, to just be there. They're like diggers in Call of Cthulhu. They're there to just show the PCs that things are getting real. And, provide the PCs some digging room against, breathing room against monsters that kill people in one hit. The rest of the chapter pretty much focuses on Karen and her fight in the shower, which reminds us that Ken Akamatsu is still Ken Akamatsu, because we get lots of luscious scenes of basically Karen's bottom and Karen's top being, completely nude in the shower. But I feel this whole fight sequence is a little more seinen than it is shonen. I mean, she's definitely nude. It's definitely there for titillation. Let's not pretend that this is high art. It's not the Venus de Milo, but it does feel a little bit more like older guy kind of action fan service, as opposed to kind of shonen movie fan service. It's a little more mature. It's still fan service, but it's a little more mature. Kind of something you'd expect to see out of a R-rated movie, or maybe a actiony Skinamax movie. And so yeah, Karen faces this guy who uses knives and a gun. He totally shatters her shield, and they kind of trade off. It's a pretty good fight scene. They both get some solid hits in. He seems to definitely know her and bits about her past that she doesn't want people to know about, or at least things that she doesn't believe are common knowledge. So they've obviously scoped their opposition out pretty well. But it seems like this guy isn't immortal. He's just like a super skilled mortal who's good at killing immortals and just probably supernatural monsters in general. He's also a bit of a creepo. I mean, she calls him a pervert, because she attacked him in the shower. But I think he's more just kind of like a sadistic dude, wants to kind of cut her up, not necessarily for any sexual reason, but more for a, you know, you know, for pain and hurt kind of reasons. And so, but it's a pretty good fight. Lots of nice impact. Like when that, it was a little bit hard to get a picture for this review because there were a lot of really great scenes of them fighting back and forth, or one of them being slammed, or her getting cut into. That I was just like, I really don't want to put this up on my YouTube account. It just really just takes one flag. So I think I picked a good scene, but nice fight. Although I have to wonder, that tattoo on her back, does it just appear sometimes, or is this kind of us getting a simulcast, and in the actual Tonkaban, when they have more time to finish things off, will those tattoos appear in every scene? Because there's several scenes where you see the tattoo on her back very prominently, and other scenes where it's not in there. But once again, when a manga goes into the monthly or weekly magazine, a lot of times they're like, they have deadlines. So like, all right, get it out there and we'll fix it when it's in the sales book. So I'm wondering if the tattoo is that. I mean, it is a fairly complex tattoo, so they might have cut it out to, make deadline. Or it might be that it only appears at certain times. I guess we'll see. When the first, when the book comes out of this chapter. But good fight. Once again, both of them got their licks in pretty well. It was interesting. He doesn't seem to be trying to kill her per se. I mean, he definitely wants to, but he does hint that his goal, or at least why they send him there, is more of a delaying action. Basically, I think to keep the three of them apart. So I'm wondering, and she is the most experienced, so the general plan might be to kill off the other two and then reconverge and then have all three of them kill Karen. But I would assume from what he said that's their plan, but we'll see. Good chapter, not a lot to talk about, but good action. Really definitely seeing kind of what Ken Nakamatsu wanted to do with Negima being, more of a fighting thing other than a harem show. And he's definitely keeping his promise with chapters like this. Alright, see you guys next time.